our third skill, what we're going to learn today is how to sew on a button. Good morning. Welcome to Creating Joy. We are on week 3 of our sewing class, and for our third skill, what we're going to learn today is how to sew on a button. So to prepare for that, we are going to take a 5" by 5" piece of charm pack, or you can cut it yourself, or any scrap that you have. And so I have this one right here. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with our buttonhole. We're going to take 1/4 inch and we are going to fold it down. And then I want you to just finger press it at first, okay? So we're going to just take it like you would if you're making a snowflake or an airplane, a paper airplane or something, how you would take it and you would make a sharp edge with your fingernail, okay? Just take it across, okay? And then we're going to, again, like we did with the buttonhole, we're gonna take it across about 1 inch, okay? This is all approximation. If you were making a shirt or maybe a bag or something, then maybe you would want to measure exactly how big you want this little piece to be, okay? Then you would fold it over about 1 inch, okay? And then we're gonna bring it over here to our ironing board. And now I've got about our inch over. Make sure it looks straight. Okay, and bring it over and we're gonna press it. Okay. Once you have it done, then we're going to take it over to the sewing machine and just sew straight along the edge like we did last time, following the edge of the foot. Okay, remember to take your thread from the top and put it around to the back through the little tooth right there of your foot. Okay, so then you're going to put your foot down and go ahead and start your machine and sew, then back stitch, and then you're going to sew all the way down, and then you're going to back stitch at the bottom. Okay, then we're going to take it and cut both of your ends. You can either use your cutter or scissors, whatever is easiest for you. Okay, so here we have it, and it is sewn. Okay, now I want you to get out your piece from last week with your buttonhole. You're going to need that piece to line it up. Okay, so here's the buttonhole that I made previously. So if you have any markings, you need to erase it where you put your cross on your buttonhole fabric. Then you're going to line up your other fabric that we just got done sewing, and you're going to line it up by your buttonhole, and then you're going to place it right so that that piece right there will be right in the center of your buttonhole, okay? So here you go. You can see that there's the center of my buttonhole and there's the center of my pin, okay? So go ahead and get your button out now and your thread and a needle, and we'll come back to here at that point. Okay, once you have your thread, thread it in your needle, and then we're gonna go ahead and tie it at the end. So I like to wrap it around my fingers and then pull it through at the end, and then do it again and double knot it and try to get that knot right on top of the other one. Okay, great. Okay, so now that we have our knot, we're going to come up from underneath. Okay, and we're going to go on both sides of the pin. So you see the little pin on the back side? There's just a tiny bit that's showing. Okay, and we're going to go down. This is your needle. That's coming up. Set it down and poke it through the button. Okay, we're going to have it. You can decide whether you want the holes to go up and down or back and forth. I'm going to have mine going back and forth. Okay. So, and then for the first time coming down, I want to check and make sure that it's parallel. It's going right next to the other one on the back side so that I can get my button straight. Okay. And then once you get going on sewing it, okay, and then you got to get straight on the front. Okay, and now we can take this pin out and stick it back in. Okay, so then sometimes you're doing feeling, but I like to check and make sure that I'm getting it in the right spot. Okay, I usually will go 5 or 6 times or even more. I want to make sure the button is secure. You want to make sure that it's secure when you're doing it. Just make sure that you're going up and down as many times as you need to make sure that it's going to be secure and it's not just going to fall off after doing your project. Okay, so again, this is just your sampler. I don't have everything matching because it's just a sampler. When you are making a project using this skill, of course, you want to make things match and make them look nice. Okay, this is the last time. So when we come out, this time don't poke down through. Just go underneath the button, poke under the button. See right here how it's coming out of the button? It's coming out, and then you're going to wrap it around 3 times. 3, and then right where you would have poked down before, you're going to go down to the wrong side of the fabric, to the back side, poke through, okay, and then on the back, we're going to loop our string around in a circle, and then bring it down underneath. With your thumb, you're holding it. Okay, and then you're going to slide it, put your needle down right where it's coming up. If you need to set it down, do. And then you just pull it and it will go down to the bottom. And then you're going to do it one more time. Wrap it around again. Pull it through. Again, bring your needle in to hold it to where you want your knot to go at the bottom. Pull it tight, and then go ahead and clip it off. Okay, and you can trim this other one on the other side. There you go. You have your button. Now let's check it. We're going to line it up. So this is as if it is like the top and the bottom of a bag or a shirt or whatever you want. So this particular one, if it was a shirt, this is how it would be. And then up here you would probably have another one, and you could go on, make as many buttonholes as you needed to. Okay, so there we go. If it was like a purse or a bag. And the nice thing about this, like I spoke with my class yesterday, is when you're making your sampler, it's important to do a sampler for buttonholes and other things, especially when you're switching machines, because every single buttonhole attachment that I have used, they do it differently. So with the Brother machine, one thing that we found out is that when you do the X, that's where it starts the buttonhole. So because we did the sampler, we know that that's not going to be the center of the button. With my Singer machine, where I put the X, that was actually the center. And so for me, this helps me to know when I'm making my next project that the X needs to be where I want the center of my button to be. Well, I need to actually put my button over, and the X actually needs to go where these holes will go. So next time, I will make sure the X is a little bit further over. So make some more buttonholes and practice some more and see what you can come up with. Then you can make a project once you feel confident in your buttonhole skills. So if you have any questions on attaching your buttons or even the buttonholes, you can post them down below. Thanks for joining us at Creating Joy, and please subscribe and hit the little bell down below, and it will give you notifications for the next time our next video is ready. Thanks. See you next week.